Hola guys, happy Thursday. So I gotta repot my aloes that kept getting knocked over like 3 times. And I need to get it done fast because I got some weird discoloration and tipping happening over here. And I don't want it to die because my big beautiful Alfred the aloe is struggling. Then I still haven't gotten these friggin' hibiscus in pots. I went yesterday and got some pots at, where did I end up? Dollar General, I think. I got some pots for these 3. And, ooh, looky-doo. Oh my goodness. Oh, see, I gotta pot them, guys, because look at these itty-bitty containers. I got some pretty decent-sized pots so they have a little more room to grow. Look at. Okay. You guys, look. Remember I showed y'all the beginnings of new Mexican petunia? Look at that. Look at that. And this one right here, that little bitty teeny tiny bud I showed y'all a couple days ago. Look at that. Look at this. I worried about these because they don't like water. They're succulents. And you're not supposed to overwater, and they have this weird tipping going on. Poor babies. I think I may need to take these in because we're expecting more rain and I don't want them to drown. So I think these guys are going in with me. But look who don't mind the rain. My sunflowers. My sunflowers don't mind the rain at all. Look, the one little cherry tomato on my cherry tomato plant is green. I mean red. Hola, 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 boo-boo. My mini roses got some little blooms. Got some little bloomies. Not only that, this little rose bush got some little buds forming. See that? And they're gonna be red. They're gonna be red. I'm so excited. This little guy is doing okay. Oh, let me go check the berries. Look at my squashes back there. The cloches blew off on the last storm, but they're doing okay. Hi, baby. This one, not so much. This one is kind of leggy and spindly. That broke because the light back here is not very good. I'm sorry, guys. This was not going to be another look at my garden video. I mean, I was going to have you guys out here while I repoot some of those things, but since I'm out here, ooh, isn't that pretty? What a pretty sky. See that? So pretty. But anywho, I wanted to check on the berries. So here are my blueberries. Okay. I looked at the blueberry plants at Home Depot yesterday because I had to go buy soil. Ah! Something's eating it. You turds. What is this? What is this creature? Oh, that's an ant. And I saw their blueberry and raspberry plants, and they're so bushy and beautiful. And mine are scraggly. Although the raspberry, look at that, guys. Y'all see little raspberries forming? Look at that. So the raspberry is definitely doing better than my blueberry. But considering I ain't never tried to grow Nan, I think that's pretty okay. But yeah, I'm going to go ahead and get my hibiscus in pots. Chocolate cake, y'all. We just had dinner. I know. I can't resist. Look, guys. They're actually doing so much better than the years past. This actually looks like a carrot top. I didn't even get this far in 2 years. So I'm excited. This is an herb that I planted in with my green beans, and I can't remember what it was. I have to go back on my video and see. These are gonna turn into flowers from my wax beans. I got a bush bean. These are bush beans. And look, I thought my little, what are these? These little flowers had their moment. Nope, they're growing back. I got new buds. Look at how big and luscious this is getting. Love it. Okay. I'm sorry. I'm just so proud of all my little babies. They're so beautiful. I don't want to bore y'all. But yeah, I thought my little flowers, the snapdragons, the flowers that I had died off. And now we're getting new snapdragons. Is it raining already? I'm over here yakking and I haven't done what I'm supposed to do out here. I'm just happy looking at my babies. I need to actually, ooh, look at this tomato plant, guys. Look at all the flowers. Look at all the flowers and how thick that stem is getting. Look at all them flowers that are going to be maters. Look at them. Here's my basil playing peekaboo down there. Oh. I'm trying to see if there are any leaves hanging too low. I actually could trim a few of these leaves off from the bottom. But lots of flowers. I need to support it a little bit right there with another clip. I'll do that, and then I'm gonna repot my flowers. Mother little basil back there. What is going on here with you, little pepper? What is happening? Are you getting et? Are you getting et? Oh, I'll be out here this weekend. Look at my poor baby. I'm gonna give it some tender loving care this weekend. He's gonna scratch me all to snot, but I am going to readjust in this pot, because when I tell you guys I am aloe jealous, I went and got fried chicken today. Look at my Rudolph nose. I'm just out here with this breakout. But anywho, I didn't feel like cooking. I've been super exhausted the last few weeks, like super exhausted, and I didn't feel like cooking. So I asked little dude this morning what he wanted for dinner. I asked him what he wanted because I knew I wasn't going to feel like cooking. Like I said, I came home super exhausted, and then it was a really good thing that I bought. Let me do something about this nose. Sorry. I mean, you can still tell it's there, but I had to cover that red or I was going to be hyper focused on it. But anywho, I went to go get chicken because we decided that that's what we were going to have for dinner tonight. And when I tell you guys, whoever the owner of that franchise is has the most beautiful friggin' aloes in that Williams chicken. Let me show y'all. So I was uber aloe jealous, and as I'm standing there ordering food, I told myself, take care of yours. It's still alive, it's still growing, it still has a chance. Just give it some lovin's. So that's what I'm gonna do tomorrow. Hey, I cut my grass. With all the rain, can't really tell, but I cut my grass. That's where I was originally gonna plant my sunflowers, but I decided to do it on the walkway. My little house broke off again. I'm trying to figure what else I might put there. I picked some stuff up at the bins that I might put there, so I'll show you that in a little bit. But yeah, I cut my grass. I cut my weeds. It ain't really grass. I cut my weeds. And I had the sidewalk all swept because y'all know I'm Mexican and I be sweeping my sidewalk, but the rain did all this. Look at the wildflowers. I cannot wait for bloomage. Let me get this soil out of the trunk because there is still daylight. Look at these clouds. That is so pretty, Timmy. The sun is peeking out from behind it. So pretty. But yeah, I'm going to take the soil out of the trunk and get to plant mommying, whatever. Really? Get out of my trunk. Get out of my trunk, you felonious feline. Kitty cat, get out of the trunk. Ugh. So these are the pots that I got from my hibiscus, but they don't have the little... Oh! This one has the drain holes punched out. You guys, I swear I did not see these punched out yesterday. Oh my gosh, am I going kookalabura? You guys. No, never mind. I was beginning to panic. These were not the pots that I initially was going to buy. I was going to buy some $5 pots, but then I was like, I need 3 of them, and then I found these $3 ones. Okay, the $5 ones did not have the holes punched out, which is kind of strange, because why, if you're going to pay more, are the holes not already punched out? But it doesn't matter. I saved some money and saved myself some work, because now I can just plant my stuff.
Is that not like this?
Yeah, Martin and Bobo. Mm-hmm. Your feet are gonna get wet. Did y'all see that? Those are the little kids from across the street whose mama keeps getting CPS called on her every few months. They're so adorable. Oh my gosh, they were so cute. I didn't show y'all their face because they ain't my babies. But yeah, they just ran up here, up on the sidewalk after the kitty cats. They're babies. I'm shocked that the mom is actually out here because she's never out here with them. And she has been out there in the street with them. Granted, she's cussing at them and being mean to them, telling them to get their ASS off the street and stuff like that. But she must have walked into the garage because they ran right into a stranger's yard after the kitty cats. I could be a lunatic. I could be a pervert. And just now as they ran off, I heard her calling for them. But she never comes into the yard. She never comes over to where they are. Those babies have been down the street around the corner playing with other little kids, and she'll just yell at them and scream at them from this house over here all the way down there for them to come back. She doesn't make the effort to come get them. It's like, that's why you got CPS at your house. But anyway, I'm gonna shut up. I'm gonna stop being judgmental. Mira no más. I got enough chin for 2 heads, y'all. Y'all wanna know what's funny? Back in the day when I thought I was gaining weight, I really wasn't this fluffy. I used to do this to imagine what I'd look like with a double chin. I ain't gotta do that no more. Oh, muévete. Muévete, hediondo. Muévete. Move along, Oreo. I got stuff to do. Don't you knock down my flowers. Don't you do it. Don't you do it. Ah, don't do it. Kitten. Be gone, kitten. You're just showing your backside to the people. You're so rude. You guys, I got my gloves on because I didn't tell y'all that fungus I had on my hands that I spread to my face cannot definitively be proven that it was from the soil, but my doctor said it didn't help, that I'm out here messing around with fertilizer and compost and cow manure without gloves on. So yeah, I have since started to wear gloves. Do you want to go inside, Bobalicious? I've since started to wear gloves again. Look at that. Poor babies. They're all root bound. You guys, did y'all know frogs chirped? They chirp. Now I learned this just a few years ago, but I'm still... Can you hear? You're behind me over here. I just learned that a few years ago, but it still throws me. And then right now with all the rain we had, they are crazy chirping. I like frogs. I think they're sweet. Well, I like frog legs. Shh, don't tell them. But I do. I tried frog legs at a buffet once. I don't know what the heck kind of buffet I was at that had frog legs. But, they were so good. Just had to get over what it was that I was eating, you know? I had to get over the mental part of it. They were delicious. Oh man, I just got stung on my knee by a mosquito already. Ugh. I love Texas, but I hate Texas. You know what I was thinking today? Y'all tell me, because I know I have cyber sissies all over. Is there a place where the lowest low is around 40 and the highest high is around 80? That would be amazing. That's what I was thinking today. I could totally live in a place like that. There's one hibiscus. I have a belly full of chicken. Well, I didn't have chicken. I had livers. I had some chicken livers. I love chicken livers. And I get the 6-piece, and I swear they put in 12. And I can never finish them. So I'll nosh on that this weekend, I suppose. He says he's going with his dad. But he might change his mind because I had a dang near meltdown the other day. Easter Saturday, we'll call it that. The Saturday that I went to my sister's house, I almost didn't go. I started straightening up. And that led to anxiety because my house wasn't the way I wanted it. My house hasn't been the way I wanted it because, like I told you guys before, I'm just exhausted. I am exhausted lately a lot. So I don't clean the way I usually clean. And the house was showing it. It was like showing it, plus I still had the stuff on the table, which we're going to do today. We're going to do a haul today. Still had the stuff on the table from the bins and the Goodwill and Thrift. So I was just feeling some kind of way. And I told him, if you go to your dad's house, I'm going to get in your room and put up new curtains. Because his curtain rod bent. It's so gutter in there, guys. He has Legos and just stuff everywhere. And I told him I was going to do a clean out. I said, be prepared. If it's in the back of your closet, if I haven't seen you do anything with it for a while, it's going to go. So I'm wondering now if he's going to find some excuse not to go with his dad. But I know he wanted to go the last visitation. And his dad no call no showed him. So he said his dad spoke to him already about this weekend. So hopefully it's legit. Hopefully his dad shows up. Last hibiscus. Not my last plant project. But anyhow, what's today? How was your Wednesday? Was your Wednesday awesome? I hope so. Telling you guys, gardening is my happy thing, and I can't do it the way I want to because my body's just like, no, not today. Like right now, I can't pour the soil like I want to because I'm right-handed and I prefer to use my right arm. Can't do that. And I'm trying to hurry because now my back is hurting. My happy is being stripped away from me. No, it's not. As long as I can move, as long as I can walk, as long as I can function, I'm not going to take it for granted, and I'm going to do what I can do. Otherwise, it's kind of like spitting in God's face. You know, yeah, I got some aches and pains, and yeah, I got some situations happening, but I'm still breathing. I'm still alive. I'm still capable, and I need to be grateful. And I am, so. There we go. Now, let me bring my aloe and repot that. Okay. I'm so glad I bought 2 bags. Because one was just barely enough for everything I needed to get done. Just clip off these dry bits, these dry ends. And let's see if this one will ever do as pretty as Alfred back there was. Okay. I'm glad soil is light. Bag number 2. You know what? I have a plant back there in my will it survive or not area. And that actually needs a little more soil in its pot. Do I want to plant this in here, or do I want to put it in a little pretty pot? Let me see what pretty pots I have. Okay, I found a little terracotta. And then I got the 3 little risers that I'm actually going to set my hibiscus in. I mean, they have drain holes, but how are they going to drain if they're flat on my patio? So, and these pups came from Alfred, the big Mama Jamma. That's where these came from. So they're made of strong stuff. Hello. One of my neighbors has the most beautiful Labrador. He's chocolate lab. I want my hair the color of that doggy. Beautiful dog. See, I'm not mean to all my neighbors. Okay. I think this will do for that. Now let me go bring my Will It Survive plant. Weeks ago when I forgot about it back there, it had good roots. They have since gotten slimy and shrivelly. I was hoping something could come of it. Well, hold on a second. Nope, there's still some good roots in here. Look! There's some nice roots. There are still some good roots that are not soggy. The tronquito, the trunk, parts of it are soggy and rotten, but there's green on it still. There's some green on them. See that? And the roots are good. So I'm going to plant it. And then I'm going to put it in a sunny spot next to his brother over there, or sister, that came back. I really thought I had lost that one, but seems to be doing okay. See, this Will It Survive is kinfolk to this guy. Now last year they were huge and lush and beautiful. This one has lost a lot of the leaves on the bottom. I just cut away the dead, but it does have new growth. So I'm hoping this one will come back nice and beautiful. And we're going to set its brother or sister. No, let me put it flat somewhere. We'll set it right here next to it so they can talk. And maybe this one will inspire this one to grow some. So I'm going to go charge this phone up a bit because we're at 10%. And then we're going to do a haul. I promise we're going to do a haul today. We are. The bins, the Goodwill, and the Thrift Town. Okay, so give me some charging minutes and I'll be back. Here they are, guys. Look how tall they are in comparison to me. They're so friggin' awesome. They're kind of heavy too. But I told you guys about the rude guy who was trying to buy them off of me, right? He was going to give me $50 for both. Well, I come to find out, I would have got played, y'all. I would have got played. And let me tell you why. So apparently, that spoon and fork set are going for a lot. They're selling for a lot online. I did a little research just out of curiosity because I thought they were so neat. I was really researching to see if there was a butter knife. Because come on. Apparently, this maker of these things not only make the spoon, the fork, and the butter knife, they make like other giant kitchen utensils. Like, it's so stinking cute. But the reason I said I would have got played was because the guy that was offering me $50 was obviously a reseller. I told you guys he was stopping and looking at things and checking on his phone, which is a telltale sign of a reseller. And he was offering $50 for both. Remember, just take it and walk away. And I did some research because one of my friends on Facebook said, do a filter and see what actually sold and what they actually sold for. So I did that. And there are so many friggin' sites that have these things on their site. The cheapest I saw sold for was like 200 something. The most expensive that I found, those sold for was 1,010. But the most someone was pricing them at was $3,000. Now, if anybody pays $3,000 for a giant fork and spoon, there's something wrong with you. Or you just got way too much money. Okay. But it was just fun and interesting to find out something like that. But it completely made sense why Homeboy was in such a tither to get his hands on it. He won't give me 50. I'm not trying to resell him. I'm just glad I didn't fall for it because he was so rude. I just love that I have something so whimsical and apparently valuable in my canton, y'all. But that wasn't the only thing that I found online that shocked me, okay? Let's get into the bins. So I got those at the Goodwill store. And I think that's the only thing I purchased that day at the Goodwill store. But prior to that, we'd gone to the bins. And I went to the bins. And I'm going to show you this other thing that just shocked me. Granted, I only found one, okay? Now, I knew just by looking at it that it was a table base. And I figured, I wonder if it had a glass top at one time or a metal top. What type of top did this little iron tripod obvious table stand have? Well, I didn't see no top on it. Okay, I didn't. But you know what I want to use it for? To nestle a flower pot. One of my larger pots with a plant in it. That's what I want to use it for. I hope it would work. But I didn't think anything of it. I walked into the bins. I found that little thing. And I'm like, I'm going to go ahead and grab it. I like it. And then just out of curiosity, because I wanted to know what kind of top was on it. If I want to use it as a table, why not? So I was doing research on that and found, guys, that a pair is selling for a ridiculous price. Like sold. Not selling for, sold for a ridiculous price. I tried to find how much one would be. For reals. Again, like I say, if you got money to burn like that, burn, baby, burn. Okay? Burn, baby, burn. But I love, again, that I found something that is very valuable, that is sought after, that people are willing to pay a whole lot of money for it. That's just crazy talk to me. But that day at the bins, I was on a metal, I don't know what came over me, or I just got lucky. Y'all know I like me some metal, okay? I found that. I found this adorable little tin truck. I wonder if it had anything in the lights. But it's in perfect working condition. I don't know if the chips on it were put on there as is or if they've just been banged around. I don't know. To me, it looks aesthetic. To me, it looks like the maker made it to look beat up and rugged like this, but it still has a little tag on it. I just thought it was adorable. Y'all know what I'm gonna do with this, right? Because it has, is this metal or wood? No, it's metal on the inside. Ooh, I'm gonna put a plant in it. Absolutely adorable. So I grabbed that. Then I found this big Mama Jamma, and I want to put one of my Betty Crocker cookbooks. Is it Betty Crocker? Oh, my Better Homes cookbooks, the little red and white ones. I'd like to put one in here open to like one of my favorite recipes or one of my favorite sections. Ooh. And come on, it's at the bin, so I know I'm not going to pay much, and it's really, really big. If anything, I could use it for a tile outside, but my intention is for one of the cookbooks. And then I found this thing. I don't know if it's worked because it's been sitting inside ever since. I haven't even cleaned it, but it's a solar lantern, and it's iron and glass. I just loved the look of it. If it doesn't charge, I can always get a little Dollar Tree one and take the little workings and tuck it up in there. But I just loved the look of it. It was so stinking pretty. So that came home with me. And then I'm telling you guys, it was all metal. It was all iron. It was all metal. And then this thing I found, and I'm thinking maybe at one point there was glass in it. I don't know. But it's this little wood and metal lantern. Maybe you put a candle in it. I'm putting a plant in it, okay? I have a bunch of little shepherd hooks. Remember I told you guys I didn't know what I wanted to put out on the little heart-shaped bed that I have out there, the one with the little wooden house keeps falling apart now because of the weather. I'm thinking I could put a little plant in here and hang this from there. Now, it's wood on top, so maybe the weather will jack it up as well. But for the time being, I think that'll look pretty with a little plant inside, smack dab in the middle of that little bed. I don't know, but I did. I scored a lot of neat little metal things that day at the bins, and then we went into the store and I got those. Then another day I went to Thrift Town. And at Thrift Town, I need to Google and see how this works. Is it missing a piece? It's a sundial. It says sunny hours. It's this neat sundial, and I'm like, that'll be so pretty outside. It's just gonna, I think it'll be amazing outside. Now little roosters etched in there. It's just really pretty. It's a brass, and it was $2.99. So I don't know if it had a base at one point or whatever. I don't know if you just set this on the ground and let the sun do its thing. But I loved it, and I grabbed that. I found this little thing, and all of this needs to be cleaned, guys. So it looks a little ashy. I liked this for my excess teapods, my Keurig teapods and stuff. I tend to, the box size that I buy of the little Keurig pods, there's too many for my little pod holder. I stuttered, you guys. It's been a rough day. I'll talk to you about it in a little bit. So I always have excess pods, and I found this little metal thing. Look at the shape. I loved the shape. I thought this was really neat for my excess little pods in there, and keep it. I'll probably keep it in my little laundry closet, or I'll make room out here somewhere for it. It's just going to be so fitting, because right now, honestly, I have like half a box just loose on my counter, and as much stuff as I have, extra stuff, yeah, y'all know how it gets me. But that was $2.99, and I just liked the look of it. I really did. And the only other thing I picked up at Thrift Town that day, I'm gonna have to cover a letter, because it's a whimsical gaga phrase cup. So I gotta cover a letter. But it reads, "Oh, for Ip's sake." I thought it was hilarious, and it was $1.99. I can't reach, guys. I can't reach. It was $1.99, so I grabbed that. I thought it was so stinking cute. And the only other things that I have to show is a second trip to Goodwill on actual Easter Sunday, guys. We left my sister's house, and we passed by the Goodwill, and the parking lot was packed. I'm like, okay, let's go, because I had left something behind my last trip that was bothering me. I really wanted, I just wanted it. So I'm like, well, let me go see if it's still there. And if it's there, I'll grab it. And not for nothing, you guys, I was going to go see if there was a big giant butter knife, because I'm like, maybe I just missed it, because I almost missed the spoon. So I'm like, I'm going to go look for this big giant butter knife, and I'm going to go back in and look for that little item that has just been bugging me. So I walked in, and I found the item that had been bugging me, that I left behind, and it was this little clown piggy bank. Look, you put your coins in there, and it still has a little topper on it. Now it does have a few little nicks, and I might have done it when I put it in the basket, but the doggy's little nose has a little nick right here. I'm just going to take a little red marker to it, but it is so adorable. It was $4.99, so it's a little expensive for me for something so small, but look at his face. I don't like clowns, dude. The only clowns I like is Pennywise, the new Pennywise, not the Tim Pennywise. He scares the snot out of me. The original Pennywise, no, you can keep that one. But the modern Pennywise, I love him. But I usually don't like clowns, and he's just too stinking cute. So I'm so glad that I found him. I didn't find no dang butter knife, but I found him, so I grabbed him. And then I found this beautiful thing that I could not leave behind. It's this crystal catch-all. I don't know if at one point there was matching crystal bottles or whatever. I don't know. I just thought it was really pretty. Guys, you know why I want this? Y'all know I have a bunch of crystal in my bedroom, right? I want it for my remotes. I'm going to set it by the TV and put the 2 remotes on it. I know, guys. But it was $3.99. It was just so stinking pretty. No chips. Just lovely. And I'll be able to corral my remotes. And the only other thing I found, let's see if I can grab it without knocking you over or hurting myself. It's one of them days, y'all. It's one of them days. Was this thing. Now, I currently do not have a use for it, but I have an idea. I'm going to put a plant in it. I swear I'm putting plants in everything, but I loved it, and I think it's gonna make a nice terrarium. And when I saw the price was only $5.99, I'm like, I'm taking it. So let me show you guys. Oh, it's heavy. It's this thing. It's this jug. This galvanized rimmed, oops, I wiggled y'all, jug. And it was $5.99. Y'all gotta trust me on the price, y'all, because I don't think I can reach over there. It was $5.99. It's filthy, but I love it. And at first, there I go again, being tacky. Sorry, I'm wiggling, y'all. At first, I was like, I'll fill it with change. Like I wanted to fill that big glass dome vase thing. I'm like, no. I could put some pebbles on the bottom and then get a nice pot, put a little plant in. I'm thinking ivy. I think an ivy would do really well in here. And just mist it and terrariumize this sucker. Ow! Okay, stop, kitty. Oh, he wants my attention so bad. He stretches and reaches out to me and claws me. And I don't need no more pain, guys. Oh, my goodness gracious. But anywho, this is going to be a terrarium for a plant. I couldn't resist it. I thought it was awesome. And there was one other thing there that I really liked. Now, that day, I've been hurting. I'm always hurting. Today's particularly bad. But that day, I was hurting. And little dude was not feeling it. I don't think he slept enough the night before. And he wasn't feeling it, not even the bins. And he loves the bins. So I didn't go into the bins that day because I wasn't going to make him wait. He wanted to wait in the car. So I'm just like, well, I'm just going to go in and out. I'm looking for a butter knife and the clown. And I said, then I'll be back. But while I was in there, I saw this. And I really thought, because I'm in the process of trying to redo and reorganize his room, I thought it's black and red, his two favorite colors. I'm like, I can definitely put Lego sets and stuff like that in it, but there was no way that I could lift it. It was only $12.99, guys. There's no way I can lift it by myself. So I called him and I sent him a picture. I said, hey, do you want this for your room? He says, yeah. I said, well, let me go out there and get him so he can help me drag it to the front. And it would have slid perfect in the back seat. Well, when I went out there to tell him, come out and help me, he had this look on his face like, never mind, I don't want it. So he didn't want it. He said he didn't want it. I think he did want it. He just was not feeling the having to get out and help. I get it, okay? But it really would have worked in the room for the idea that I have about how I'm going to organize it. But whatever. I could not have done it by myself if he doesn't want it because he didn't want to help, or he honestly did change his mind and just didn't want it. Well, okay. But I was a little disappointed that that was left behind because, like I said, the colors were perfect and the price was amazing. And it was just a good storage unit with the seat on top. Come on now. I think it would have been a good deal. But it did stay behind. But that's everything, guys. I don't think I've bought anything else. I don't think so. I was this tempted to stop by anywhere, Thrift Town or anywhere, Dollar Tree, anywhere after work, because it was pretty busy. And the sun came out. It's been raining all dang day long. The sun came out and it just started to make me feel a little better, a little awake. I've been struggling with staying awake all day long. Around 4 a.m. yesterday, I woke up whimpering like a stomped on dog, okay? The pain in my neck and shoulder was so bad. It was searing hot, stabby pain. And it was around 4:15, 4:20. And I'm like, girl, if you take a muscle relaxer now, you're not going to be able to wake up. You're not going to be able to function safely driving to work. But I couldn't stand it, guys. It had me crying. Okay, so I popped me a muscle relaxer and I debated until about 4:45. Popped the muscle relaxer and then just forced myself to stay awake because I knew if I went back to sleep, that was it. So I forced myself to stay awake, and the drive to work was stupid because I nodded off twice. I got honked at once, and then the second time, thankfully, I just woke up. I don't know if I felt my leg coming off of the brake. I don't know, but I jarred myself open and the car in front of me had started going. So I'm like, okay. Maybe somebody honked at me for the second time. I don't know. But the drive there was really stupid. But I got to work. And you guys, when I tell y'all, it was so hard for me to stay awake. But the pain dulled. It was no longer the hot stabby. It was just this. But it wasn't the which is fine. But I was so sleepy. At one point, I think I became delirious. Have you ever been so sleep deprived, so exhausted that you start acting crazy? You guys, I started singing Selena songs. I started just being really silly. And my coworker noticed. She's like, you don't come around the corner on it, have you? I said, yeah, I think so. I just got like, I don't know. I went from super, super exhausted, nodding off and getting up to walk around. And then I'd get up to walk around to try and wake up, and I'm not walking right. I'm like, somebody's going to notice. They're going to think I'm high, something. So I sat my butt back down. And then after a few hours, around 11 or so, I got real weird. And that lasted for maybe half an hour. And then I didn't start feeling normal until around 2 o'clock. And by then, my shoulder started to burn again. It's mainly here and here. My neck is hurting, but all of this, guys, all of this across my boob, it's beginning to get really, really hot. And the stabby again, this muscle right here is just on fire. Particularly tender right here. But the fire goes down here. Just the heat. So, I did a bad mommy thing. I got baby fried chicken yesterday because I've been so tired. I got him Whataburger today. I'm being a bad mother, okay? I'm being a bad mother. I'm fast fooding this kid 2 days in a row. But I am exhausted. I am so sleepy. Like I said, I was driving home and the sun came out and I was like, oh, thank goodness, because it's been cloudy and gross. And for half a second, I'm like, hey, why don't you go somewhere? No, moron. Go home. I need to sleep. So just gave little dude his dinner. I feel so bad because tomorrow's Friday and it's fast food Friday. So 3 days in a row, bad mama. But I let him eat upstairs because I had all this stuff scattered here. And I'm going to wash my face, change my clothes, and I was gonna shower right now, but the way my arm is feeling, I can't lift my arm all the way to wash my hair or other parts. So I'll just wait until, I know I'll eventually wake up in a few hours just wide-eyed and bushy-tailed, hopefully. And we'll see. Once the muscle relaxer kicks in, then I can shower and I can move and function like I should be able to. But I lost my train of thought. That was everything, guys. That's everything that I've been holding on to show you guys. And I hope you guys had a fantastic week so far. It's Friday, guys. We made it. We're almost there. And I hope you guys are going to roll into a fantastic Friday. And until my next go around, guys, I love y'all bunches. Bye.